John, first of all, any further with any new incomings this week?
No, nothing at the moment. We're still ringing around, asking, but as yet, nothing concrete.
And looking at sort of areas of the team, is there anywhere particular maybe you've been looking?
All over, really. Just anywhere where we can improve. But as I've said before, the squad as a whole, in most positions, we're covered. I think in every position. So we're not desperate. It's just looking for, one or two players who might just improve us slightly.
I've got to ask you about, obviously, Tom Pope this weekend. You're going to be without him. When you get a player who gets, say, a muscle injury or something, or maybe gets a suspension for 5 yellow cards, it's probably easy to take as a manager. Is it harder to take when it's something that's been off the field?
It's disappointing. I've spoken to Tom at the start of the season about it. I think it's 6 times now. So no, it's frustrating to lose a player in that way. But as I say, as a team, we just have to get on with it. But it doesn't look very good for the football club. That's the big thing. Is there's a real good feeling about the club, and there's a lot of discipline now. And Tommy comes in, he trains, he does everything right. He never misses a training session. Every time he plays, he has he always puts a shift in, gives his best. So it's disappointing when he does things like that. He lets the club down and lets himself down.
How do you sort of deal with it at this time now, after obviously speaking to him before about it? Is it harder to sort of talk to him about it as it goes on?
No, I constantly talk to him about it. It's done now, but if he doesn't learn now, he'll never learn. But it does affect the football club. So it's up to the club to see fit on how best they deal with it.
And particularly up front with striking options, I know Mark Cullen got his opportunity last weekend as well. But how frustrating is it on that point of view when you're looking away at Swindon to have you goal scorer there?
Yeah, obviously Tom would have been involved, but luckily, Mark's come in, done well. Richie's chomping at the bit, so it's not as though we're without strikers. So, but obviously it would have been better if you got Tom involved.
Mm. And looking at Swindon, I know they've had a couple of loan players recalled. I mean, how much of a tough task is it? Is it easier maybe now they've had the top scorer record? I know midfielder this week.
You would think so, wouldn't you? On paper, you would say that, but they brought Hope in from Carlisle, who obviously for his first game will be looking to do well. They've got a lot of good players there, but with any team, if the 2 main goal scorers are missing, then it's going to affect you. If not on Saturday, it'll affect them sometime during the rest of the season.
And how far away are maybe some of the players like Adam Crooks from returning?
Yeah, Adam and Manny are pretty close now. They're both training, so it's just a matter of time before they get back involved with the squad.
Does that, how well they do coming back, I guess, does that impact on what you do in the January window as well? Again,
it's like 2 new players signing, so it bolsters the squad. So like you say, we're not desperate to go out and get somebody, as some clubs are. Some of the money that's been spent for what I would call average players who are no better than what we've got. Then we're not in that position where we've got to desperately go and sign somebody. If you're at the bottom of the league and you're struggling and your players are not performing, then obviously you need to go and get players. But we're not in that position.